Today I want to share some things that I regret buying. So it's been a while since I did one of these and it's definitely time for another one. At the end of the year and then moving into the beginning of the new year, I like to go through my closet and I like to find things that need to be repaired and really evaluate things, try things on and find out what's working and what's not. And then most importantly, I like to take this as an opportunity to really pinpoint the total misses and the things that were just really a waste. Things I didn't wear, I didn't wear as much as I thought I would, and then ultimately what they've taught me. Because focusing in on that part of it and not dwelling too much in the regret has been really helpful in me understanding my style, and especially as my style is shifting and evolving, I've been able to figure out why things work and why they don't, and really start to focus in on me rather than the noise that is around me. So today I want to go through some of those with you, and I'm going to go through the items that are regrets and then what I've learned from them and how I hope to fix it moving forward. So let's get started. So I have to start off with this first item because it is definitely my biggest regret, and it's because it was expensive and I haven't worn them at all. So it's these pair of boots, and I love them so much in theory, and I bought them because I saw someone that I really love. She was recommending them and she has such great style, and there tends to be a lot of overlap between what we like and what we can wear and how we style things, so I trust her a lot. And most of the time, if something works for her, it will work for me and my wardrobe. So I remember she raved about these. She said they were super comfortable, they were really great in all the detailing, they've got these beautiful gold buckles in that oval shape that I love, and there's something that she found to be a wonderful addition to her closet. So I also at the time was on vacation, and I believe I was in Milan, and everyone was wearing this style of boot. It was so versatile. It seemed like so many people had them in their closets, and they were wearing them so many different ways, dressing them up, dressing them down. And so I took a bunch of measurements on myself and tried to figure out how high up they would come, and ultimately decided that this would be a good addition to my closet. I love black ankle booties. It has so many details that I like. They seemed really versatile and flexible, and then the recommendation from someone that I trusted. So I bought them. And this, unfortunately, has been basically a total waste. I haven't worn them at all, and I've had such a hard time trying to style them. So I've been trying to reflect in a positive way on this one, but knowing that they were expensive, I got them a little bit on a discount, but not enough to justify not wearing them. And then also trying to constantly revisit them. So every once in a while, I'll go back into my closet and try them with new things, or I'll look for inspiration images and then try to replicate those outfits. And I always fall short. For some reason, they're just not working for me. And I find it really frustrating, but I'm trying to learn from it. And what I've gathered is that anytime I put these on, the things that I don't really love is that it's not super tight around my ankle, and that coupled with how high they are tends to be a silhouette that I've learned I don't really love. I like when things are either cropped at the ankle or really slim around my ankle, and then maybe a little bit of a higher heel would have worked, or maybe something even with a tiny bit of a lug sole. So I'm not totally giving up on them yet, but I'm gonna give them probably another month or so, keep styling them, keep trying to replicate inspiration images, and then if I'm not able to find a way to make them work, then I probably will sell them. So I'll let you know in case they're something that are interesting to you and maybe you think could work for your wardrobe. But most importantly, from all of this, I have learned that when it comes to ankle boots or shoes, but specifically boots, and it's a silhouette that I haven't done before, I haven't tried before, it is really important that I try them on in person. So even if in theory it seems like something I could easily bring into my closet, they're black ankle boots, they're got gold hardware, they're everything that I love, they've got the perfect heel height, all of those things weren't enough to overcompensate for the fact that they just don't fit the way I want. So lesson learned, I will always try on new silhouettes before I buy them, and then also try to not miss the return window because I got these and I was trying to give them a fair shot. So I was styling them different ways and seeing if I could make them work, and I, in doing so, missed the return window. So 2 major lessons learned there, and something that is my loss, but hopefully could be someone else's win, so I'll definitely keep you posted. The next thing that I unfortunately regret buying is this beautiful sweater, and this is a really, really gorgeous sweater, and something that I debated whether I would classify as a regret or not, but ultimately I do because I haven't worn it as much as I'd hoped I would. So this is a beautiful brand. I recommend this brand 100%. They do really gorgeous sweaters, and this material is exquisite. I've worn it a few times, and it hasn't pilled at all, and it's something that is just so soft on the skin, and you can tell as you're looking through it that all of the detailing is perfect and it's impeccable. So I highly recommend it. But I bought this because I think like maybe 2 years ago now, I really wanted to start adding more color into my closet, and it was when I was a little bit unsure about my color palette still, and I knew that this is a color that I saw on a lot of people. It seemed to be really versatile. It was really beautiful. It's still a really beautiful color, but I didn't consider enough my overall color palette and how this would fit within that color palette. So this by itself is a touch too icy and a little bit too cool lavender for me. And instead I found that for the colors that I like to wear, I like something that's a little bit richer, a little bit closer to like almost like a maroony magenta color. And this one just doesn't match as well as I'd like. So anytime I wear it with black, which is my default, I feel like it doesn't do this sweater justice. And so many things that I love about it I've learned as positive. So I love the fit. Having the high neckline that this has is something I really love, and I've learned I definitely prefer. And then this has a slight billowy sleeve. It's a little bit of a balloon sleeve, but it has that perfect fitted cuff, and I love that combination. And then it's loose enough to be comfortable, but not too oversized that I feel like I have to tuck it in or kind of worry about it and fuss with it. So things that I love, things that I've learned, and when it comes to the color, I've decided that this particular color isn't best suited for my own personal color palette. So it is sadly something that will not be staying in my closet, but lessons learned, and then things that I'm taking away, definitely. Now, very similar to that, this next thing that I regret buying is also in that same color, and it is this really gorgeous top in this beautiful light purple pattern. And when I saw this on the website, I was like, this is perfect for my wardrobe, because I was in that same headspace as when I bought the sweater. And I was thinking, this is going to be great because I can wear it with white, I could wear it with maybe blue jeans, and it has all of those beautiful little delicate details that I really like in tops. So it has this really gorgeous collar, really perfect little buttons, and then the pattern itself is really, really beautiful. But when I actually brought this into my wardrobe and I was trying to style it, I decided that over the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, that the color, again, isn't perfect for my color palette, but then also the pattern coupled with these really soft, sweet little touches is almost too much in one direction for me. So as a single piece, I would choose one or the other. I would choose this pattern or this detailing. So the big collar, this sweet little puff sleeve, and then the cropped silhouette, or the pattern. And I have this top in white, and it's definitely the one that I prefer out of the two. So again, lesson learned, the color is not something I will be purchasing again from my closet and from my own color palette. And then this pattern is something that I will definitely think twice about before bringing into my wardrobe, because again, unfortunately, something I just haven't worn nearly enough to justify the price, and definitely not something that I'm looking for in my overall wardrobe curation. Because anytime I buy something, whether it's inexpensive or expensive, my goal is to have it in my closet as long as possible and to really use it and wear it as much as possible. And that has sadly not been the case for this really beautiful top. And last but not least is this dress. And this is one that I haven't totally given up on yet. I'm continuing to try to style this in different ways, but I bought this, I believe this past summer when it was really hot. We were having a really really, really hot stretch here where I live, and I knew that I was really neglecting that side of my wardrobe, and I wanted to really focus in on that and things that I could wear when it was hot. So this dress, in theory, was everything I was looking for. I loved that it was longer because then I wouldn't have to fuss or worry about it. I also love that it has the beautiful neckline and then these great little sleeves. And it also is a really lightweight material. So it was on sale and I added this to my closet thinking this was going to be something I would wear a lot. But when I got it, it didn't really translate the way that I was hoping. And I've learned that being more conscientious about my silhouette, the things that I prefer, and then also how I'm going to be able to actually style things in actual use is something that I need to pay a lot of attention to before I buy something. So this by itself with the linen fabric is something that in a solid piece, head to toe linen, feels a little bit too undone for me. And I prefer things with more structure. So that is strike one, unfortunately, against this dress that didn't work in my favor. And then also the neckline. I found that because I have a really, really short torso, the neckline being a little bit lower is a little bit too low for me. So it comes really, really low and I would have to get it tailored and brought up a little bit to make it something that I feel comfortable wearing every day. Because every time I'd bend over, I felt like I had to like totally cover it and protect it. Otherwise I would just fall out of it. And that made it something that was not worth the effort every time I saw it hanging in my closet. And then also the color. So the color by itself is really neutral and I like neutral colors like this. It's a really nice neutral. So it's not too warm, it's not too cool. And it's something that kind of lays right in the middle. But again, coupled with the linen fabric, makes it something that just didn't translate on me the way that I hoped it would. And altogether, the color coupled with the linen makes it feel a little bit too relaxed for me, my personal style, and then my own essence and my energy and how I come across in the world and how I like to feel when I'm wearing my clothing. So a lot of lessons learned with this one, and I'm not giving up on my warm weather closet. I've built out that definitely in the past year, and it's something that I'm excited to continue focusing on and take all of the lessons that I've learned and focus in on those as being the positives. So things like more structured shorts, I really love. Things like a darker color, so I love black. I've got that great pair of structured black shorts, and then that beautiful top that's a really nice lightweight cotton instead of the linen. So the cotton is really breathable and airy, but it's not as wrinkly as the linen. And it's got that really great detailing and a little bit more structure to it. So that over this has been a learning lesson and something I'm going to take into the following season. So those are some more things that I unfortunately regret buying, but most importantly, the lessons that I've learned and how I'm able to take that and influence my own personal style in a positive way and not focus too much on the loss, but rather focus in on what I can use as my style continues to evolve, and I tend to pinpoint it a little bit better and figure out what's really working for me. So like always, I hope that my own reflections are helpful, and I would definitely love to know any regrets that you have, but most importantly what they've taught you and how you're using that information to make better choices moving forward. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.